We're the hooligans, rebels with a cause, defying the chains of tyrannical laws. They try to silence us, shut down our voice, but we rise like warriors, we ain't got no choice. From the streets to the shadows, where hunted we flee, building our fortress where the brave run free. Hooligans alley, our stronghold, our flame, a spark in the dark where we stake our claim. Hooligans, stand tall, we're the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seeds. In the face of death, we'll never bow down. Hooligans alley, we hold our ground. Captain Jeff Mac with the hooligan brand, battle gear blazing, he's taking command. With a heart full of fire and a will made of steel, he leads us to battle, makes the tyrants kneel. They block every platform, they censor our cries, but we shout even louder, let truth pierce the skies. In the alley we gather, our spirits won't break, for the soul of the free, there's too much at stake. Hooligans, stand tall, we're the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seed.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to let you guys know at the end we are going to be reading Hair Juicer's memes. He tried to submit memes on Saturday for Free Speech Saturday, and it didn't work out. We were having bugs on the website, and Hair Juicer is going through some things right now, starting today. So I figure we'll go ahead and read his memes just for funsies at the end. Either way, we're going to be... Oh, and we got an unboxing today, so don't forget that. But we'll be starting out with this first video titled... Actually, this first one's a triply. We're going to play 3 videos all related to President Trump, getting an update on what he's got going on. The first one's titled New Confidence in U.S. and China Trade Deal, obviously talking about trade talks. Then we got a video titled Will Donald Trump Try for a Third Term? President Coy on plans for 2028 election. I think it's supposed to say playing coy, but either way, I don't even think he's doing that. Then we got a video titled President Trump, Putin ought to get the war ended instead of testing new missiles. And then the oh my god, is it four? No, 3. We're playing those 3 back to back. Then we got a video titled Hormel recalls chicken products. Apparently there's a ton of chicken. Actually, there's 5 million pounds of chicken that has metal in it. So, be cautious if you're eating chicken right now, because it may have metal in it. Then we got a video titled Charlie Kirk's suspect assassin can wear civilian clothing during future hearings. The judge rules. They had a hearing today. Apparently, the next hearing is going to be in January. He was requesting to wear regular clothes and then also show up in court without shackles. They're claiming that this is going to create prejudice and stuff. So that's what that video is about. Holy crap, I just realized I didn't find the funny videos of the day. Fuck, I'm going to have to find that while we're live, so we'll figure that out. Either way, then we got a video titled Man Accused of Posting 45,000 doll hair murder bounty for Bondi. I don't know why these people keep putting out these hits on people on Capitol Hill. That shit is not working out. I don't know why they're doing that. What a bunch of idiots. Then we got a video titled Suspect in Custody After Lincoln University Shooting Leaves 1 Dead and 6 Injured. I don't know if the guy they got in custody even matters. This sounds like a terrible thing that happened that they're not going to be able to solve. Then we got a video titled Migrant Being Held to Face Trial in Illinois for Concealed Death. I believe this is a follow-up video. I think we originally covered this guy who was concealing a corpse in his backyard. I'm pretty sure this is a follow-up. Then for the last little bit of the news, we are covering lefties losing it, and today it's titled Chicago Mayor Claims There's No Illegal Border Crossers in Chicago. Now, obviously, that's not true. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We do have an unboxing today. Then we're going to be open, I think, the final door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. We'll have our first funny video of the day. Then, like I said, we're going to be showing Hair Juicer's memes. He only sent me a couple, so that won't take very long. Then we'll have our official funny video of the day. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Kirsten? What's up, Gessom? What's up, Zero? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Russell? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Snooks? And what's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Elder Zoomer, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you racing in the chat, Elder Zoomer. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Too Old to Care? What's up, MU? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Lone Wolf? Salty Ragu, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, H-Bic? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom. What's up, Boosted Flames? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom. I think we got everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, you hooligans. See if you can get us on the front page. Absolutely relax. And what's up, Kick? Happy freedom to all of you hooligans watching on Kick. And what is up, everyone watching over on Twitch? Happy freedom to you hooligans. And what is up, everyone watching over on the GoofTube? Russell, you are first over here. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you being omnipresent, Russell. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Salty Ragu, you're omnipresent as well. What's up, Leonard? Happy freedom. Let me see. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom to you. Still got the usernames over on YouTube. I wish that never would have happened. Either way, and what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with a Tripoli giving us an update on what's going on with President Trump. This first one's titled New Confidence in U.S. and China Trade Deal, talking about these trade talks. Of course, they'll not thank President Trump for this either, just like freeing Palestine. That's all right. Lefties be mad. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
President Trump has arrived in Japan overnight, the second stop on his three-country Asia tour. NBC's Peter Alexander reports from Tokyo.
Good day to you from here in Japan, the second stop on the president's Asia tour, his first visit to this region since returning to office. Among those greeting him upon his arrival here, Japan's emperor. And tomorrow the president's going to meet with the country's first female prime minister. Her name is Sanae Takaichi. She is a former TV host, also a staunch conservative who notably was close to the president's longtime ally, Shinzo Abe. But hovering over this trip are the escalating tensions between the U.S. and China that have really destabilized the global economy. After months of tough talk toward China, President Trump and his team are now expressing new confidence that a trade deal could be reached when the president sits down with President Xi in South Korea. That will take place this Thursday. The Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, tells NBC News that the 100% tariff increase the president had threatened on Chinese goods is now off the table. President Trump separately added that he could sign a final deal with China on TikTok during that Thursday meeting with Xi. And as discussions with America's adversary China are warming up, it appears trade talks with Canada, one of the U.S.'s closest allies, appear to have blown up. The president warning that he will slap another 10% tariff on Canadian goods in retaliation for an anti-tariff ad run by Ontario's government, featuring clips from a 1987 radio address that was delivered by President Ronald Reagan, edited to criticize Trump's trade policy. Traveling with the president in Tokyo, Peter Alexander, NBC News.
Okay, so like I said, we're going to play a Tripoli here, so we'll get on to video 2. This one's titled, Will President Trump Try a Third Term? Playing coy on plans for 2028 election. Now, I don't think he's really playing coy. I think he's kind of being obvious. But since the press is, I don't know, so damn worried about it, I think he takes the opportunity to do some trolling, because that's what President Trump does. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't, and let's get into this.
One theory on how you might try to serve a third term is that you could run as the vice president.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that.
Is it the White House or the White House counsels or your legal position?
No, you'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out because it's too cute. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute. It's not. It wouldn't be right.
Mr. President, you said that for 2028, they're very good people.
Who are they?
Well, we have great people. Well, I don't have to get into that, but we have one of them standing right here. We have JD, obviously. The vice president is great. I think Marco's great. I think, I'm not sure if anybody would run against us. I think if they ever formed a group, it would be unstoppable. I really do. I believe that. I would love to do it. I have my best numbers ever. It's very terrible. I have my best numbers. If you read it, am I not ruling it out? I mean, you'll have to tell me. All I can tell you is that we have a great group of people, which they don't.
Okay, again, I don't think President Trump is playing coy. I think he's being pretty straightforward, but since the press is just like, give us an answer, give us an answer, give us an answer, he's like, well, I guess you'll have to find out then, since you know so damn much. Either way, getting into the last of the Tripoli here, President Trump saying Putin ought to get the war ended instead of testing new missiles. After this, we're going to hop in the chat. Come on, GoofTube. Jesus loves this. All right, let's get this rolling.
President,
Russia said this week that they tested a new missile that can go more than 8,000 miles. Is that saber rattling for you? What is that?
They know we have a nuclear submarine, the greatest in the world, right off their shore. So, I mean, it doesn't have to go 8,000 miles. And they're not playing games with us. We're not playing games with them either. We test missiles all the time, but, you know, we do have a submarine, a nuclear submarine. We don't need to go 8,000 miles. And I don't think it's an appropriate thing for Putin to be saying either, by the way. He ought to get the war ended. A war that should have taken 1 week is now in its soon 4th year. That's what he ought to do instead of testing missiles.
Mr. President, should the EU use frozen Russian assets to help pay for defense of Ukraine?
I don't know. You have to ask EU. I'm not involved in that. That's up to EU.
Are you considering additional sanctions against Russia?
You'll find out.
All right, President Trump there. I think he's just trolling the press. That's what I think it is. I don't think he's being coy or anything like that. Either way, they were saying across the 3 videos here. First one, Trump's touring Asian countries and meeting with world leaders. Talks about trade talks are working between the U.S. and China. They're expected to have another meeting on Thursday talking about China and President Trump. Trump's no longer threatening to add the additional 100% tariffs on China. Trump's threatening 10% on tariffs on Canada, though, because of the edited video they used talking crap about Trump's tariffs. Then on the second video, President Trump was being asked about a third term from the press. Trump says it's too cute and it wouldn't be right for him to run as VP to JD or whoever, you know, would be number 1. He says it's too cute to be vice president, but he would be able to do that. He says he's not interested in being VP the next term, but he's not ruling it out because the press was asking, oh, you're not ruling it out? He's like, well, I don't know. You tell me then, since you know. So, I think he's just trolling the press. But President Trump mentions Rubio and J.D. Vance as great people and says that they would be an unstoppable group. Lots of people say that they would be voting for J.D. Vance for the next presidential election. Then in the third video, President Trump talking about Putin testing nuclear missiles, saying that we're not playing with them, also saying that he needs to get the war ended instead of talking big on TV. Either way, next up, Hormel recalls chicken products, saying that they're recalling 5 million pounds of chicken products because there could be metal inside the chicken. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about that Tripoli with President Trump. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. Russell, 1 nuke sub could take out most of the, what is that? Strategic sites in Russia? Yeah, well, and I think that's what President Trump's saying. He's like, yeah, that's great. That's cool. They got missiles. He's like, we don't even have to travel that far to send missiles over there. Just letting them know. Zero, JD's learning a lot quickly. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're getting him ready to be president next. Snooks, I don't buy Hormel, so I'm fine. Sort of. Because restaurants do. Hotels do. So that's the thing. It may not be up to you. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Otters? Happy freedom to you. Shroomish, he's trolling. Yeah, that's what I think too. Tony Rez asked my girlfriend if she's cheating on me. She said, nope, just testing missiles. Yeah. Told Carrie, you'll find out. I know, President Trump cracks me up. Let's see. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom to you. Jagula, China. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you. Otters, Hormel is cheaper and more popular, and everyone is trying to save a buck right now. Yeah, it's not good. This chicken recall is a big deal, too. It's such a big deal that there's no videos longer than like 45 seconds talking about it because they don't want people to know how bad it is. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Murphy? Happy freedom. What's up, DP? What's up, Parabellum? What's up, Lurks? Happy freedom. Trying to make sure I get everybody. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom. I don't like the new username crap on YouTube. It is so hard to read your guys' names. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom. Parabellum, did Hormel kill Robot Chicken? It seems like they tried to process it. It didn't work out, though. DP should stop sending weapons and money and selling weapons to the Ukraine. Yeah, we just gave, I don't even know how much money, like $40 billion to Argentina or something like that to boost their economy. I wish we didn't do that. Russell, guess some likes testing missiles. That's between you and guess some. Holy. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, Hormel recalls chicken products. Now, we got to jump around in this video because everyone's trying to conceal the news that Hormel has got shrapnel in their chicken products. Now, it's not necessarily that bad, but it is pretty bad, though. And like I was just saying to Snooks, like, it's not even just whether or not you bought it. It's like, if you're eating chicken this week, you better be careful. Either way, once again, Hormel recalls chicken products. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Hormel is recalling nearly 5 million pounds of frozen ready-to-eat chicken products because they could contain pieces of metal, according to a post by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The recall was initiated after multiple complaints from food service customers who found metal in their chicken products, which Hormel now says is believed to have come from a conveyor belt used in production. No illnesses or injuries have been reported so far. The USDA is concerned that recalled Hormel chicken products could still be in hotel and restaurant freezers.
Okay, really quick video there about Hormel chicken, how it's got metal in it, and they're recalling 5 million pounds of it. And even if you didn't buy chicken in the last week or two, it could be in the freezers of hotels and restaurants. And I've worked in a lot of restaurants, and I know there was never a time where somebody came back there and said, hey, did you hear there's a recall? We're going to throw away everything in the fridge. That's never happened. Ever. So I guarantee that this shit is on the shelves somewhere, and it's going to be prepared. Like, I can almost guarantee that, because like I said, I've never heard anybody give a whole half of a fuck inside of a restaurant when it comes to like throwing away shit that you've invested in. A lot of times they don't even want you to smell the stuff, because if you can get it out the door and somebody paying for it, that's all they care about. So that's a pretty dangerous situation. I'm not going to be eating chicken for the next 2 weeks just because I'm allergic to non-precious metal, and I highly doubt it was gold or silver that's being found in the chicken. So I'm going to avoid chicken for the next 2 weeks. You guys do as you wish. It's your life. Be happy, hooligans. Next up, Charlie Kirk's suspect assassin can wear civilian clothing during future hearings, this judge rules. This is our update on the shooter from the Charlie Kirk incident that happened there. This one's kind of a sissy hearing. It's not a huge deal. His attorneys are asking for favors, and the judge is ruling on it. The next hearings for the shooter is going to be in January. And so we're not going to hear any more updates about this guy, unless he dies in jail, until January. So we got an update on the shooter. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about chicken filled with metal. Zero, wow, my chicken is extra crunchy today. Yeah, and if it's like stainless steel, or if it's or if it's aluminum is what I'm trying to say, then even a magnet isn't going to pull the metal out of the chicken. So I don't know. You're going to have to stick magnets to your food just for security one, just to see if you pull any metal out. Sam, the chicken gave me tetanus. That's what I'm saying. It's not good. It's not good. Russell, I eat metal for fun. Titanium is the best. I'm going to have allergic reaction. I can't do it. Zero. They make coney sauce that goes on hot dogs. Yeah. Hormel chili. Turbo, it's not fried chicken, it's rusted chicken. I'm trying to give you that iron you're missing. Colty, oh, he's definitely going to get assassinated if he's not wearing any armor underneath the plain clothes. They're setting him up to kill him. Maybe. Otter's extra oxide? Yeah. Major heavy metal chickens. I didn't think about that when I was putting that on the schedule there. The heavy metal chickens. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. Major still don't believe this BS? Yeah, I just can't risk it. What's up, 8-bit? Happy freedom to you. Bill Clay, is a spam okay? No. If it's made by the same brand, I'm pretty sure that's part of the recall. They didn't mention it in this video. I've watched like 4 videos on this. I was trying to find one that was more than just 40 seconds. But nobody wants to talk about this longer than 40 seconds. And I don't know why. But it seems like whenever important stuff comes up, like if there's metal in your food, they don't want to talk a whole lot about it. But in another video, they were saying spam is in the same boat. Relax, y'all eat Hormel? I don't know what the chicken's called that I buy. Major. Oh, talking about the Charlie Kirk BS. There's too much going on with that. Yeah, I agree. I think all of that's a bunch of theater. Otter's spam will set Hawaii off if they try to mess with it. Remember when I was trying spam before, you guys were telling me it has something to do with Hawaii. I forgot about that. No, it's not all fresh chicken is put out by Hormel. Yeah, well, they weren't even saying fresh chicken. They were saying chicken products. So it could be fresh chicken, but it could also be products that they have in the freezer aisle, like chicken strips, chicken nuggets, stuff like that. Turbo, all my chicken's put out. Grab the tarp. Do the thing. Zero made in the same factories. Yeah. Anything made in the factory is going to be susceptible to this recall. Bill Clay, too bad about the spam, but you can always trust Chick-fil-A. I'm going to try Chick-fil-A. There's one that's like an hour and a half from me, and one day I'm going to try it. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom. That lead flavor, that lead is the flavor in the dino nuggets. I think you're right, guess who? I think you're right. What's up, Atkims? Happy freedom to you. It is so hard to relearn your guys' names. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom. What's up, Alex? Happy freedom to you. Blue Crow, the Iron Maiden. Alex, can they do pepperoni slices also? See, they contaminated all kinds of crap. Then they didn't say anything until they delivered 5 million pounds? Yeah, 5 million pounds. 5 million pounds of chicken later. They were like, by the way, there's a little metal in there. I'm like, all right. All right, hooligans, let's move forward. Like I said, Charlie Kirk's suspected assassin can wear civilian clothing during future hearings, says the judge. Now, this is a 6-minute video, but this is the only update we're going to get on the Charlie Kirk shooter because the next time they have a hearing planned is in January. It's like halfway through January. So we're not going to get another update until then. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, Make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Now, like I said, let's get this pulled up. It's a little bit longer of a video, but I gotta find these funny videos of the day anyways, so we're gonna make the best of it. Alright, hooligans, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Rights to all pretrial proceedings. The court considered each request separately. In relation to request to appear in civilian clothing, Mr. Robinson asks to appear in civilian clothing at all pretrial hearings. He argues that the extensive media coverage of this case creates a real risk of prejudice if the public and potential jurors repeatedly see him in jail attire. The state, the sheriff's department, and the court security director opposed the request, arguing that jail clothing assists with safety and identification. The court has balanced these competing concerns. The case has attracted extraordinary public and media attention. Images of Mr. Robinson in jail clothing are likely to circulate widely and influence prospective jurors. Given the scale of that publicity, the risk of prejudice is significant. However, Mr. Robinson's, let me see here. As previously stated, Mr. Robinson sits before this court presumed innocent, and that presumption remains unless and until each element of every offense charged against him is proved beyond a reasonable doubt. To date, this has not occurred, and the presumption of innocence remains. Balancing these factors, the court finds that Mr. Robinson's right to the presumption of innocence outweighs the minimal inconvenience of permitting civilian attire, and Mr. Robinson shall be dressed as one who is presumed innocent. Accordingly, the defendant's request to appear in civilian clothing for all pretrial proceedings is granted. Defense counsel is directed to coordinate with the jail to ensure that this order is implemented, and the court further orders that if the clothing be provided 72 hours prior to any hearing. To the second request to appear without physical restraints, Mr. Robinson also requests to appear unrestrained during pretrial proceedings. He argues that visible restraints would prejudice potential jurors, undermine his dignity, and interfere with his ability to communicate with counsel. Rule 3-14 sub 9C of the Utah Rules of Judicial Administration requires that all in-custody defendants be restrained unless otherwise ordered by the court. The court recognizes that Mr. Robinson has no criminal history and no record of misconduct while in custody. However, the charges he faces are extraordinarily serious, carrying potential penalties of life imprisonment or death. The safety of Mr. Robinson, the attorneys, court staff, and the public must remain the court's highest priority. The emotional nature of these proceedings also raise the risk of disruption. Given these factors, the defendant's request to appear without restraint is denied. The court directs the sheriff's department to conduct an individualized assessment and use the least restrictive restraints necessary to maintain safety. If those restraints impede the defendant's ability to communicate with counsel or take notes, counsel may renew the motion. I wish now to also address the decorum and media restrictions. To mitigate any potential prejudice, the court will amend its standing decorum order. The media will be prohibited from photographing or visually recording Mr. Robinson's restraints and from photographing or recording him while entering, exiting, or standing in the courtroom. In making this amendment, the court has considered the factors in Rule 4-401.01 sub 2. This is a high-profile case with strong public interest. Restricting the recording of restraints strikes the proper balance between Mr. Robinson's right to a fair proceeding and the public's right to access and transparency. In conclusion, the court orders as follows. Defendant's motion to strike the sheriff's response is granted. Defendant's motion to appear in civilian clothing is granted. Defendant's motion to appear without restraints is denied. The standing decorum order will be amended to prohibit any visual recording or photography of the defendant's restraints or of the defendant entering or exiting the courtroom. This constitutes the order of the court, and a written order and ruling will be published shortly. Both defense and prosecution have stipulated to vacate the October 30th hearing. Additional time is needed to complete discovery and to file motions addressing whether non-evidentiary hearings should be conducted virtually, whether to impose any blanket restrictions on cameras in the courtroom, and any other motions that may arise. This matter is set to return before the court on January 16th, 2026 at 1 p.m. and again on January 30th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Both hearings will be heard and held in person with Mr. Robinson present to address these issues. And that concludes the order of this court. Counsel, thank you for being here. Mr. Robinson, we'll see you on January 16th and January 30th at 1 p.m. Court is now in recess.
Thank you.
Okay, so crisis averted. I found the funny videos. Don't you worry. Anyways, that is the last update. Like I said, unless he dies in jail, we're not going to hear anything else about the shooter, because the next time he goes to court is going to be in January. He's got a hearing January 16th and another one January 30th. They're saying that the shooter is requesting to wear regular clothes and also remove the shackles, saying that it will create prejudice. The judge grants him the ability to wear regular clothes, but not to remove the shackles. They are planning to use minimum restraints, and they're also not going to photograph him entering or leaving the court. I don't know. Innocent until proven guilty. They never worked that hard when I was going to fucking jail, but you know, that's okay. Either way, next up we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Today it's titled Boobs. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this shooter piece of shit. Snooks definitely needs restraints. He's rabid. I don't know. They have to have restraints because it's policy. But those officers probably weigh 200 pounds more than he does. So I don't know. I would assume he's going to have leg shackles. It'll probably be full set, I would think. Legs to hips. Maybe not restrain his hands. I don't know. Anytime I went to court, it was my legs were strapped to my waist was strapped to my hands, and my arms were locked around another inmate. There wasn't running. You weren't going to do any running. Your legs were tied together and tied to your waist. You couldn't even scratch your nuts if you had to. I mean, you're chained up. And I was in trouble for assault, for misdemeanor, as a 17-year-old. So the shooter's already wearing less shackles than I was at 17. So, you know, less than that, I don't even know what it looks like. Zero, everyone else has to wear orange except for him. He might be on suicide watch. It depends. Some counties wear orange, some of them wear blue. But if you're wearing a different color than everybody else, it's usually because you're a risk to you're a threat to yourself. If you're a threat to others, they might put you in red, but usually instead of giving you a different outfit, they lock you in max. You'll be locked, or in the hole, you'll be locked into a room by yourself if you're a threat to others. But every state and city is different. Guess oh, we can start now? Well, let me just start back at the beginning. Glad you're ready now. Guess Zero, it's hard to walk in full shackles. Yeah, it is. Russell, and yes, he needs the death penalty. Yeah, I don't think him wearing regular clothes or wearing less shackles is going to really change anything about him assassinating Charlie Kirk in front of everybody. Guess we wore pink. Nah, you're lucky. You're lucky. What's up, Puff and Stuff? What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. Stoner, they rolled Jeff out like Hannibal. I mean, sort of. Sort of. I thought it was weird, the stuff that they made me do, because I was 17. Everybody else was, 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't know. They always thought I was going to be the one who was going to run. What's up, Dud, and happy freedom? What's up, We Are the Show? Happy freedom to you. Where the show not being able to scratch my balls would count as cruel and unusual punishment. Yeah, I know. You got to let us free. It's not right. Done wasted wrist and ankles chained together when I was 16. Yeah. See, and that's what I mean. It's funny to have experiences like that, doing near nothing, barely breaking the law, and then covering stories like this where they're like, yeah, let this guy wear regular clothes. I mean, he just, murdered someone in front of everybody, and it was live when it happened. So, I mean, let this guy wear regular clothes. They wouldn't let me wear regular clothes. I was facing misdemeanors, but yeah, life's fun like that. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. 8-bit 80085. Very nice. Dropping the boobs in the chat. Major can't stand WebEx. This is how they do most court hearings ever since the plague. Yeah. That's what I think is funny when they're like, oh, well, the illegals don't have access to legal, whatever the fuck they call attorneys. I can't think what it is, top of my head. Whatever it's called. But anyways, they're like, oh, they don't get due process because they can't talk to an attorney. Well, why can't they? Like, Americans are doing Zoom calls. What the fuck do we got to do for illegals? They don't have internet there? Like, I doubt it, So that's why I was saying when they were bitching about Alligator, Alcatraz, and due process, it's like, you could do the whole building in a couple hours. Just a couple minutes a person on a Zoom call or whatever the software is. Doing video chat. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Knucking Futz? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? No, not public defenders. It's a legal counsel. That's what it is. They say they don't have access to legal counsel, but they got phones and internet. They're just always lying about the illegals. Yes, Bibsy. That's what I'm talking about. Legal counsel. Knucking Futz. I don't think he did it. Might have wanted or intended to, but don't think it was him. Yeah, I don't really think it was him either. He doesn't look like the person that the FBI was pushing around on that blurry photo. It doesn't look like the same guy to me, but I don't know. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom. What's up, Cosmic Squirrel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. Yeah, Muskegon. Yeah, Muskegon's pretty rough. Cosmic Squirrel, he's going to walk? I mean, maybe. It's hard to say. Cosmic Squirrel, it's also wonky. I think it is too. I think they're being too nice to him. And I don't understand why they even would. I'm trying to remember if your name is Anna Kims. YouTube's doing all this stupid shit. It is Anna Kims. I don't know. YouTube should have sent a warning out or something like, hey, fix your username because we're not going to show your channel name in the chat anymore. Guess I'm legal aid, pro boner attorney. Yeah, I mean, more or less. Either way, moving forward here. Like I said, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open your browser, go to rumble.com, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Also, if we hit 200 hooligans over on Rumble, we will eat something else that is spicy on the live, and you guys can laugh, and I will try not to shit blood. I'm not going to be eating no more pepper seeds, though. 2 days. 2 days of shitting lava and throwing up, and I can't do it. That's why my voice sounds like this. Like Saturday, I was rough. I'm still rough. It's Monday. All I did was throw up Reaper pepper. You ever done that? It's not fun. It's not fun, but we will face the red hot devil again if we hit 200 hooligans over on Rumble. Also, this week, at some point, we are going to have to do 5 hours of the premium live stream because we are in the premium creator program and this month is ending this week. So we have to get our 5 hours in, and like we've been doing, I'm just going to spend 5 hours playing the game. And if you're an official hooligan, you can watch. If you're a premium Rumble user, you can watch, but if you're not going to be able to see it. But at the same time, you're not missing a whole lot. We're just playing the game, but it is a requirement for the premium creator program. I do not have a choice. I have to get this 5 hours in. The best I can do is play the game, so you're not missing anything important. And if you'd like to contribute to me and then also be able to watch the gaming live, like I said, become an official hooligan and do the thing. Let's get into our funny video halfway through our midlife break. Oh yeah. All right, now I provided all the funny videos of the day because I didn't do it before we started the live. That was my bad, so they're all from me. I'm sorry, but try to grab some funny ones. This one's titled Boobs. Boobs. Whether it's the first time you've seen them or the 300th and first time you've seen them, they're always great to see. Either way, getting back to the news here, man accused of posting $45,000 hair murder bounty for Bondi. I don't know why these people are doing this. It's really stupid. What I also don't understand is how come they're picking these people up for putting bounties on ICE, the captain of ICE, now Bondi. But then when the lefties are talking about doing bad stuff to President Trump, nobody gets arrested. I don't understand that at all. You talk bad about President Trump, you're totally fine. But you talk about anybody else, you're getting picked up by a 3-letter agency. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We are following some breaking news involving U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. I wanted to share this social media post from the New York Post saying that a 29-year-old anarchist has been arrested for an alleged $45K hit on Pam Bondi. That is according to the FBI. And I did want to share just a little bit more information as we now have reaction from Senator Tom Cotton saying left-wing threats of violence against federal officials must stop. I'm thankful Attorney General Pam Bondi is safe and that law enforcement has apprehended the suspect. So a little bit more information at this hour. A Minnesota man is facing federal charges after being accused of offering a $45,000 bounty on Attorney General Pam Bondi in a TikTok video. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota has filed charges against Tyler Maxon Avalos of St. Paul, who is facing 1 count of making a threat online. The complaint against the suspect details a TikTok post that includes a photo of Attorney General Pam Bondi with a sniper scope red dot on her forehead and text that reads, quote, "Wanted Pam Bondi, reward $45,000, dead or alive, preferably dead." Screenshots of the post are included in the complaint, and the caption for the post reads, "Cough, cough, what they don't serve us, then what?" The screenshot shows the bounty post only had 6 likes and 7 comments. Authorities were alerted to the post by a TikTok user who said the post was imposing a hit on Bondi. The video was posted to an account with the account name Wacko with the symbol of anarchy used for an A in that name. The account also had a post linking to an anarchist frequently asked the questions site. So investigators say the suspect has a criminal record, including stalking and domestic assault. He was later arrested and granted release on his own recognizance. According to the complaint against the suspect, investigators were able to trace the account to a Samsung Galaxy phone that had multiple logins using an IP address linked to the suspect's apartment. Investigators also found that other accounts registered to that phone included a Gmail account registered in the suspect's name. So we did want to pass along the breaking news that a Minnesota man has been accused of putting out a $45,000 bounty for Attorney General Pam Bondi on TikTok right there.
All right. Anyways, they're saying that this lefty out in Minnesota put a $45,000 doll hair bounty on Pam Bondi by releasing a TikTok video talking about a reward for smoking her, saying dead or alive, but preferably dead. I highly doubt this person even had 45,000 doll hairs. He's now facing 1 count of making a threat online, which is a felony. That's why I always think it's funny when you see people trolling and shit, because they don't realize, like, online bullying is a felony. If you can figure out who that person is, they could be facing a felony for fucking trolling online. And people don't realize that. Now, they traced his TikTok account back to a Galaxy phone, which I think is really interesting that they admitted that they were able to use the metadata on his TikTok account to figure out what phone he actually has. And then when they tracked the phone down, they were able to track his IP address for how he connects to the internet. And through that, they were able to get his location, and that's how he was arrested. So it's really interesting that they worry so much about TikTok stealing our information, but somehow they still have enough access to be able to find IP addresses and shit like that you're leaving behind by accessing your TikTok account. Either way, like I said, I'm surprised that they admitted that out loud, but hopefully they hold this guy accountable. And like I said, they should do the same thing to all the lefties that are constantly threatening Trump. Every day there's lefties making videos talking about doing bad things to President Trump, but you never see those people get arrested. Now, this guy's a lefty, but he was threatening Pam Bondi instead of President Trump. Now, for whatever reason, it seems to matter more if you threaten everybody on Capitol Hill except for President Trump. So maybe one day we'll see that change. Either way, next up, suspect in custody after Lincoln University shooting leaves 1 dead and 6 injured. I don't think this was a school shooting necessarily. It was a shooting that happened at a school. This sounds like gang activity to me, but they don't explicitly say that. But we'll see what you hooligans think after you get all the details. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this dumbass in Minnesota putting $45K on Bondi's head and then being arrested for it. Zero, she's worth at least $1 million. Well, I'm trying to think what the last one was. They put $15K on the chief of ICE or whatever. They put $15K on his head. And they were saying $10K for just ICE personnel in general, border patrol agents in general. But I just don't know why these people are doing this. They're making these goofy posts on the internet like they're going to get support from fellow lefties. And all they get is arrested by the government. And if the threats are bad enough and they're considered terrorist threats, terrorists don't have rights. So not only are you being arrested, but who knows what's happening to you. Because they could do whatever they want to you if you're declared a terrorist. Otters that were butt dialing? Oh, you're talking about something else. Pussquack, you think Pam Bondi's hot? I wish she would do more. She does a lot of talking on TV. She likes her interviews, but I don't know. The whole Epstein stuff made me not like her. Too old to care. What a dumbass. I know. I'm going to post a thread on TikTok and see what happens. Boom, 6 o'clock in the morning, you're getting raided. Good idea. That was a good idea. Tony Rez, Jeff says that until Hillary flashes him with no bra. That's a hit right there. He died from a heart attack. I'm like, ah, Hillary's titties again. Major shit hot fire. Yeah, no. That Reaper pepper hurts. It hurts. I had to stick ice packs directly on my intestines. Like, if I could have shoved those ice packs inside myself, I probably would have. I literally thought I was going to go to the ER. I was not okay. I was praying to God out loud. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. Done. I was snatched up for similar charges to the last case when I was 16. I sent it as an email, though. Holy, I'm glad you're still with us. Knucking futs can't fix stupid. I know. You are right. Oh, I see, Anna Kim's. Well, thank you for getting that straightened out. I don't know why YouTube made that change without announcing it, unless I just totally missed it, which could be. Agent O with the spider mac. Yeah, that spider bite is still not healed. I can't remember if this is week 14 or week 15. It's almost healed, though. I think it's going to go away. Chola Care fudge sickles. Yeah. I'm never eating the seeds out of a Reaper pepper again, but yeah, that's I was struggling. Even yesterday I was still feeling the burn. I was like, holy shit, leave my body, please. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, suspect in custody after Lincoln University shooting leaves 1 dead and 6 injured. Now again, I don't think this is a school shooting. I think saying school shootings is trendy on the internet, but I don't think that's what this was. This was a shooting at a school, and to me it sounds like gang activity. And the only guy they arrested, it doesn't sound like they have any proof that he actually did anything wrong other than being in possession of a firearm while also being at a school. They don't actually know if he was involved in the shooting or not. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
This morning, class is canceled at Lincoln University, a historically black university in Chester County, where police are investigating a deadly shooting from over the weekend.
One suspect is in custody, and the search for others continues after this mass shooting that happened on Saturday. It killed 1 person and hurt 6 others. So the Chester County District Attorney says this man, 21-year-old Zacchaeus Morgan Thompson, was arrested for just carrying a concealed gun on campus without a license. The DA actually says it's not clear if that gun that Morgan Thompson had was actually used in the shooting.
Police say the shots were fired out around 9:30 outside the school's International Cultural Center during homecoming celebrations. They say 25-year-old Jawan Jeffers from Wilmington, Delaware, was killed. The 6 others who were shot are expected to be okay. Investigators say they're still not sure how many people were involved in the shooting.
So investigators now are operating under the strong belief that there were multiple shooters at this event. We are also going to reiterate what we said last night, right? That we're operating under the belief that the shooter or shooters in this case did not come here with a specific design to cause a mass casualty event.
Well, the DA is asking people who were there to reach out to police and share any pictures or videos of what happened Saturday night to help with the investigation.
I'm calling on everyone, if you have a video of this event, even if you think and you're not sure whether it shows something, please, you can call 1-800-CALL-FBI. We're going to make sure that this campus is absolutely safe and that the people who came onto this campus and decided to ruin homecoming weekend with gunfire are held accountable.
So although, as we mentioned, classes are canceled today, staff members will still be on campus to help support those students. A community event is also set for noon today to give students a chance to heal together.
Governor Shapiro says that he was briefed on the shooting and his administration is offering its support to the school and to law enforcement. And this morning we're hearing from a business nearby the school that stepped in to help first responders on Saturday night. The general manager of Timberwolf Lanes says she got a call from one of her employees in a panic when the shooting was first reported. The bowling alley went on lockdown until police could get the customers out. Then employees stuck around to see how they could help.
A few of the employees got together and started making pots of coffee and delivered it to the EMS people outside. And then we opened up the doors just for them upon their request, just to get warm, to use the bathroom, to have coffee, have some muffins, candy, whatever they needed.
Well, our coverage of this deadly shooting continues online at WGAL.com.
Okay, so like I said, I don't consider this a school shooting. Generally, a school shootings, if somebody goes in the school, start shooting people. This is a shooting that, from what I could tell, happened outside, and they can't even tell if there was more than one shooter or not. And so they're saying that 1's killed, 6 injured in this mass shooting in Pennsylvania. Those that are injured are expected to survive. They think that there could have been multiple shooters, which sounds like gang activity. One person was arrested for possessing a gun on campus without a license, which is two separate incidents. That's two separate things. Because one, you're not supposed to bring a firearm in a gun zone unless you're a special person. And I don't mean like you beat your chest and try to bite your ear at the same time, but you're like a judge or an attorney. Those are considered special people. So if you're not one of them, you cannot possess a firearm on school grounds at all. And then two, he was concealing without a permit. He didn't have a license to conceal carry. So he fucked up twice in that, but they can't tell if he was actually involved, at least at this point. Now, maybe if they find rounds, maybe they can look at casings, maybe they can find other evidence that suggests that maybe he was involved in the shooting. But all of this sounds like gang activity. And it seems like they spoke about everything except for that. But it's like if you got multiple people shooting guns, you don't think anybody specifically was the target, and then you come across somebody that you can't identify if they were participating in that or not, but they are armed at school, chances are the school's not that great of a place, and you probably have gang activity going on, and this is just a symptom of it. But obviously they didn't give us the full story like that, so maybe we'll see if there's a follow-up of sorts. Otherwise, to me, this just seems like a gang shooting that happened at school. Maybe more details would suggest otherwise. Next up, border crosser being held to face trial in Illinois for concealed death. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a follow-up. I think we originally covered this when this was a newer story. This guy who's an illegal from Mexico, he was concealing a dead body in his backyard. Now, this woman was missing for weeks before they found this body. And after this guy was caught and all of this stuff, he did less than 24 hours in jail and they cut him loose. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about the shooting that happened at this school. Russell, I'm special and I want to carry. You know, and that's how every American should be treated. We're special and we want to carry. That's what we want to do. Guess, okay, I'll say it. White shooter, mass shooting. Mass school shooting, black shooter, isolated incident, media rules. I mean, it could be. It could be. Could be bias. It may be the incident. It's hard to say. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, JF? Happy freedom to you. Major, interesting name. I missed his name. I didn't see it. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom to you. Blast Quack, future engineers and scientists. Yeah, exactly. What's up, T1? Happy freedom to you. Blast Quack, more Reaper peppers equals no more spider poison. I don't know if that's curing it, but it might be. It might be. Like I told you guys, we got a bunch of hot stuff over on the wish list too. We're not done doing hot stuff. I just need to be more responsible while I'm doing it. Major girl's name was Kate Wolf. Is that what it was? You know she's full bush. Butterfly, make trade schools great again. College is useless and too dangerous and expensive. Yeah, I agree. Learn something useful. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. How's Hair Juicer? Hair Juicer's got to go do some stuff he's got to do for the next month or so. It might be more than a month. It just depends how things go. But he's got some stuff he has to do, some responsibilities he has to take care of. But we are going to read his memes later today because he was unable to submit them on Saturday. So later on today, we'll be covering the memes. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're awesome, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. Badass. What's up, Kilgar? Happy freedom. Protect yourself always. Yes, absolutely. Pay attention to your surroundings. All right, hooligans. Moving forward here, like I said, border crosser being held to face trial in Illinois for concealed death. Now, this guy's a piece of shit, but he's getting the soft treatment right now. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, about this horror podcast called EATI, which stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama. Each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case files. They investigate things that they simply can't explain. What you're hearing is a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. If you love cosmic horror and the terrifying ambiguity of H.P. Lovecraft and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive, handheld camera experience. Every episode is a unique nightmare that will make you question what's real and what's lurking just beyond your sight. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. I'm going to drop this link really quick, and we're going to get forward in this next video here, talking about this border crosser kept a dead body in his backyard. I don't even know how they can say it's his backyard. He ain't even supposed to be here. He's just occupying some American's backyard. Not their back door, guess some. Stop it. Alright, getting back into the news here. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Come on. Load faster. Alright, once again, this is border crosser being held to face trial in Illinois for concealed death. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
A woman's death now igniting debate over both immigration and crime laws in Illinois. 37-year-old mother of two Megan Boss was missing for weeks when her body was finally found back in April, badly decomposed in a trash can with bleach. She was in Jose Mendoza Gonzalez's backyard, a man who was in the U.S. illegally who has now been charged with hiding her corpse. And since then, the case has been a saga, with Mendoza Gonzalez initially released from custody and just last week set to be deported before he could face justice for his alleged crimes here in the U.S. The back and forth even getting the attention of the president. And now Megan Boss's mother has spoken exclusively with News Nation's Mills Hayes about what happened to her daughter and the issues the family has had to face so far. Mills.
Natasha, Megan's mom tells me that she's felt a range of emotions over the last 6 months, from terror to shock as they try to fight for justice for their daughter, who leaves behind kids of her own. Jennifer Boss spent nearly 2 months searching for her missing 37-year-old daughter, Megan, until police arrested Jose Mendoza Gonzalez.
We knocked on his door. We later found out during his interview when he was arrested, he was in the house hiding from us. And unfortunately, my daughter was just right down the driveway at the time.
Megan's body was found badly decomposed in Mendoza Gonzalez's backyard. He was charged with the concealment of a death, abuse of a corpse, and obstructing justice. But the charges weren't harsh enough to meet pretrial detainment conditions under Illinois' Safety Act.
I couldn't believe that they could let somebody who kept a body in his yard in a container, destroyed all of the evidence, and they would just let him go back home the next day, less than 24 hours. I was floored.
But in July, Jennifer caught President Trump's attention.
And in about 30 seconds, I said, you know, this man did this to my daughter and he's walking free because of the Safety Act.
3 days later, Mendoza Gonzalez, an undocumented immigrant originally from Mexico, was picked up by ICE. A detention hearing was held this past Thursday.
The judge agreed that he was indeed a flight risk because he had requested 3 times self-deportation. He wanted to leave the country and not be tried for this crime.
Mendoza Gonzalez will now face trial in January, but the case raises questions about the Illinois Safety Act, which eliminated the cash bail system in the state. Supporters say the law helps to reduce crime.
It was misguided from the beginning to be premising people's pretrial freedom on how much money they happen to be able to come up with. It's a much better system to make those decisions based on the judge's determination of actual risk to public safety, or the actual risk that somebody will willfully fail to appear in court.
The Brennan Center for Justice found no significant changes in crime trends during the 12 months after reform, indicating bail reform does not have a discernible impact on crime rates.
Nobody's asking for the entire Safety Act to be repealed or taken away. There are good aspects of the Safety Act itself. And I don't think it's unreasonable to ask that, for it to be reviewed and pulled back and changed so that it does benefit the victims as much as it benefits the criminals.
ICE transferred custody of Mendoza Gonzalez to Lake County authorities, where he'll remain in jail until he faces trial on January 26. Meanwhile, Megan's cause of death is still under investigation. Natasha.
All right, Mills Hayes, tracking that for us tonight. We appreciate you bringing this to light. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our new.
Okay, so like I said, I'm pretty sure that's a follow-up, but he's now at least in jail. They're saying that this illegal's from Mexico and he hid a woman's body in his backyard. He's being charged with concealing a death, abuse of a corpse, and obstructing justice. He was let out after less than 24 hours in jail, and after talking with Trump 3 days later, he was picked up by ICE after that woman had spoke to Trump. He's going to trial instead of being deported. His trial is expected in January, which is also when the Charlie Kirk shooter is supposed to be going back to court. And then the woman's cause of death is still being investigated, but I wonder what they're even going to be able to figure out, because depending on what he was doing to the body and the conditions that the body was being left in while it was being hidden in his backyard, like the mom was saying, he's basically destroyed all of the evidence. So they might be able to tell how she died, but they may not be able to tell who killed her. And it doesn't sound like the justice system is willing to pin it on this guy, even though he was in possession of the body and he was concealing it. So I don't know. I'm inclined to believe that he did it, but you know, you need more than just belief. You have to have actual evidence. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, we got lefties losing it for the last little bit of the news, and then we're getting into the fun stuff. Today it's titled, Chicago Mayor Claims There's No Illegal Border Crossers in Chicago. Now we know that's not true, but it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat. See what you Hooligans think about this border crosser that was concealing an American's dead body in their backyard. Russell, it's sad. Yeah, it is sad. We wouldn't have these problems if everybody wasn't so resistant to the mass deportation. What's up, Boone? Happy freedom to you. Otters, they're no longer eating the dogs and eating the cats. Not that we know of. Shroomish, I should have retained custody. Obviously can't trust these people. Yeah. Yeah, Major, I think he was a necro. We are the show. Put him in the yard. Yeah, exactly. That's what he wants. Otters, this is a fight between good and evil. It's undeniable these days. I agree. Every time I hear people saying, I mean, I don't like the red team, blue team bullshit. I think you need to examine every situation for what's right and what's wrong. But when I hear Democrats talking about Republicans being evil, I don't know how they justify that. Democrats believe that cutting your kid's wiener off and then putting them in girls' sports is not evil. Like, those are the people calling Republicans evil. And they also believe that other shit's correct. And it's like, nah. There's stuff wrong with them. This is absolutely between good and evil. We are the show, and illegal is an inherent flight risk. Yeah, absolutely. I hate when they say that on the news. They're like, well, we were trying to analyze whether or not he was a flight risk. Well, he's not even here legally, so what do you think? You know? Stoner, once the EBT runs out, they'll be eating the cats, eating the dogs again. Yeah. Well, and I think it's also interesting that they are talking about robbing people. You know, going to the store and stealing food or whatever because you can't get your food stamps, that's kind of expectable. But saying you're going to attack old white people in the parking lot and steal their food after they pay for it and shit, like, good luck. Good luck to you, because there's people out there who have been waiting for that moment their whole fucking life. Like, they're going to be strapped up. They're not going to know which gun to pull on you. So yeah, I don't know. People, they better use their noggin. Kevin, your Pokemon must be on the juice, is it? Oh yeah, because we battled yesterday. That was so fucking random. I had just turned on Pokemon and Kevin challenged me to a Pokemon battle. I've been doing it a long time, Kevin. I've been playing since 2016 though, so don't feel bad. You almost got me. Tim Man, you can watch Coffee with Hooligans on the big screen now. Badass. Happy freedom to you, 10 Man. Plasquack. Yeah, reminder, oil up your guns before November 1st. That's right. Here's your excuse to break out the guns and clean them up. Happy freedom to you, Stoner. Happy freedom to you, Kevin. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for gifting another sub over on Twitch. You're a badass, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. Holy. Mary Todd, it's your birthday today? Well, happy birthday to you, Mary Todd. I hope today kicks ass for you. Your speed limit? It's got to be 30, right? It's got to be. Mary Todd turned 30 today. Cosmic Squirrel is wild that they let that guy out. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this guy, he's just concealing bodies in the backyard. Why don't you cut him loose? He'll be okay. He's not going to abuse any of the living. I'm like, oh, all right. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom. Hey, thanks for being with us, Larry. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, damn. Styling, Tim, man. Stoner Claus was like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. He thought the commies were coming in. Plasquack, can I get some EBT? I'm jonesing over here. Mm-hmm. Fiending for them food stamps. All right, hooligans. Let's get into the last little bit of the news. We got all kinds of fun stuff coming up next. Like I said, this is Lefties Losing It. And we got Rita today. Just doing the thing and whatnot. If I could get this pulled up. That's what she said. Anyways, today it's titled Chicago. Chicago's mayor claims that there's no border crossers in Chicago. That's a good one. Anyways, hit that like button and let's get into this. You gotta pay extra for the audio. You want me to unmute this bitch? I need 10 doll hairs. All right, let's get this rolling.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. And let's start in New York City, where communist Zoran Mamdani is poised to be the next mayor. And he thought it was time to really focus on the true victims of 9/11, his family. Grab a tissue, folks. This is rather emotional.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Yeah, it's devastating, folks. It really is. I mean, his poor aunt had to take a couple of cabs. I mean, how devastating for the Mamdani family. And that's if you believe him. And frankly, I don't. After every Islamist terrorist attack, there is such a focus on stamping out Islamophobia. Yes, the leftists propping up the Islamists will come to rue that day. Let's hear now from Zoran Mamdani intern Arzu Malik, who is calling on Muslims to be gangster and jihad.
And the true believer knows that none of this is in vain, that this is all jihad, that this is all ibadah, and that this is all counted for by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so the conversation of doxing, the conversation of getting arrested and suspended, I think it's time for Muslims to start to say, all right, so what? Do what you want. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, because it's about time to do that. How gangsta are you? That's just my question. How much are you willing to do it? And I know everyone has their own risk levels, but at the end of the day, that's a question to ask ourselves. How committed am I to this? To what extent of my personal material gains am I willing to sacrifice for this bigger noble cause?
Let's go to another failing city, crime-riddled Chicago, which has been ruled by Democrats for decades and decades, and where the current mayor, Brandon Johnson, is triggered by factual terms like illegal immigrant.
We don't have illegal aliens. I don't know if that's from some sort of sci-fi message that you would have had. Well, listen, the legal term for my people were slaves. You want me to use that term too? So look, let's just get the language right. We're talking about undocumented individuals that are human beings. The last thing that I'm going to do is accept the type of racist, nasty language to describe human beings.
Now let's have a little Hollywood input. Actress Jenna Ortega was asked about who her heroes were and gave this rather incoherent virtue signalling response. Is she okay?
Who's your hero today? Well, my mom will always be a hero, but another hero of mine today, I don't know. I'm quite gravitated towards the people of Palestine and the way that they speak up, and the way that they're continuously using their voice, no matter how much the world seems to ignore them. It's very important and it's very commendable, and I would like to lift and raise their voices as well.
Now to a rather generously proportioned woman who seems to think white people are lazy, dirty and violent. I can only hope this is a parody, a prank. Surely no one can be this boldly racist.
So white people in general, I'm tired of you mother. I'm tired of your incompetence. I'm tired of your laziness. I'm tired of you not washing your ass on a regular basis, and then we have to be susceptible to that. I'm tired of you having babies. I'm tired of y'all raising and birthing and raising serial killers, pedophiles, mass shooters, and all this, and then you tell black people that we're violent. Everything about violence, we learned it from you. So you're the root cause of it.
Now, it would be uncharitable of me to list some crime statistics right about now and some demographic breakdowns, but just imagine if the word black was substituted for white there in that crazy rant. Now, I didn't think me praising Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be on the cards, but here we are. 2025 has been a wild year. Here is the Hollywood star and former California governor dropping a brutal fact check on CNN's Jake Tapper. Now, despite being a former Republican governor, Jake would have thought he was on safe ground with Arnie, given he is a full-blown TDS case. But no, Arnie surprised us all. Watch what he says when Tapper tries to blame Republicans' redistricting efforts and calls it cooking the books.
This all started because of redistricting in Texas, and this was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have zero representatives. The Republican Party has zero representatives.
He's starting to look like Art the Clown.
In New Mexico, 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and zero is sent to the House. Zero representatives from the Republican Party.
You can just see Jake's little heart breaking into 1,000 pieces as Arnie betrays him with the truth, with cold hard facts. Joining me now is Newsweek's senior editor-at-large.
Okay. I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he ain't looking good. Sucking too hard. It's turning his lips purple. Anyways, that is all the news I had for you hooligans today. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We have an unboxing today because somebody sent me something. And then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Cass. And I think today is the last day of the Advent calendar for that door, or that door for that Advent calendar. Then we got our first funny video of the day. It's titled, Are You Forking With Me? Then we're going to be showing memes from Hair Juicers, just a couple of them. But like I said before, he didn't get a chance to drop his memes on Saturday. And he's not going to be with us for the next month or potentially longer because he's got some responsibilities he's got to take care of. So we're going to show his memes. Then we're going to play our official funny video of the day that's titled Not MGMA. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about lefties losing it. Guess I'm smoking me. 10 man, so Arnold's saying that's been going on for so long that it's okay. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And that's always bad news. Whenever you hear people say, oh, well, that's how it's always been. It's not good. Usually they're making excuses for something that should have been fixed a long time ago. Guess someone's pissed their EBT card was denied. Yeah, they're saying like Saturday. On Saturday, the payments aren't going out like they should. Plus Squag, yeah, you're absolutely right. I can't even read that out loud because of YouTube watching, but yeah, you're right. Nah, Stoner, I can't say. Otters, Arnold was broken by Hollywood since he was young. Now he's possessed. Yeah, I don't know. He burned some bridges saying screw your freedoms during the lockdowns and stuff. I've never forgave him for that stuff. But I don't know. He's always like sticking his nose where it don't belong. He should go back to worrying about acting and shit like that. He could be helping new actors get deals and stuff like that instead of being in the fucking news and politics and all that. Yeah, he was the governor or whatever in California. That's great. But he ain't now. So he should just go mind his own business and he'd be all right. Totally care. Why is Arnie's lips so brown? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he was looking like that. He was looking very weird. What's up, Obnoxious Scott? What's up, Just Insane? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, E-Rock? Happy freedom to you. Oh, that's badass, Matt Rogers. Heck yeah. So, Mr. Lynn, happy freedom to you. What is it, EAM, Kevin? E-Rocket's anti-predator lipstick. Is that what it is? I was wondering. Predator's like, I can't even see your lips moving. Tell me where I put it, Arnie. Anyways, getting into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to be doing an unboxing. We're going to be opening the last door of the advent calendar sent by Cass. We got our 2 funny videos of the day, and we're going to be showing Hair Juicer's memes. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live, why'd I say it like that? If you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. In order to send donations, you could do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send me something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Like I said, we got an unboxing. I don't know who sent me what. We're going to figure it out. Wake up, Klaus Daniels. You just be sleeping all day. All right, let's see what we got. There's a bag for Klaus. Now, why the mail do this? Like, I'm supposed to read these. I'm like, what the hell? This one's even worse. It's a secret. It's a secret message. What'd they write me? It's from Giggling Spy. And it says, enjoy your gift. We got the world's smallest violin and the world's saddest trombone. Let's see if they got batteries in them. Let me open this up. We got a whole collection of noise-making toys now, which I love that. We gotta try it out without cutting my fingers off. There we go. There we go. Oh, dang. I hope they got batteries in them. I got batteries if they don't, but we'll see. First we got... Oh, they do got batteries in them. We got the world's smallest violin. It's very nice. Let me see here. Oh, Klaus Daniels. Tell us your sad story. Why are you moving your nose? You can't smell how sad it is. This is so cool. I love this thing. Let's check out the, what do they call it? The saddest, no. Yes? The world's saddest trombone. This is what it looks like. It's tromboning. Oh, that's a good one. gonna get you. Oh, it's gonna get you. Why are you scared of it? He thought that sad story was gonna get him. That is so funny. Thank you so much, Giggling Spy. Holy, that's awesome. Let's set these guys up. We're gonna have to use this every time the damn Democrats talk. Anyways, let's see what we get today. For a last door, the advent calendar sent by Cass. Now look at this box. I had to mutilate this thing in order to get through each door. We are at the end here. Let's see what we got. Rockin' Solo. Who is it? Oh, wow. Here, we're gonna set this over here. It's gotta be Kill Bill. It's gotta be. Now it's so washed out. Come on. Focus, camera. Try. I think I shake too much. Either way, it's gotta be Kill Bill. It's gotta be. I don't know who else it would be. So many cool characters in this. Thank you so much, Cass. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna have to take a picture with everybody we got. We got so many cool little characters here. All right, let's get into our first funny video of the day, and then we're gonna pull up the couple memes I got from Hair Juicer. Let's see, full screen. Now this is titled, "Are you forking with me?" Holy. Well, I just found out that Klaus Daniels doesn't like trombone, so, you know, I'll try the fork next. Either way, let's cover these memes really quick. Real quick like. Gotta juice the hair real quick. Come on, come on. Now, I haven't read these memes yet, so I am kind of curious on what he selected, because I wrote them yesterday or the day before, and I was like, send me the memes, and I'll show them on the live while you're doing your thing. Alright, looks like he sent me 2 memes. This is the first one. Random ass car problem. Me finally having money saved up. Absolutely. And then, just got called gay by 3 teenagers for refusing to buy them beer. America's healing. Pretty good memes here, Juicer. Alright, getting into our official funny video of the day. Let's get this pulled up. Alright, this is titled Not MGMA.
Oh, make Germany great again. Hey, careful with that. You've got to be really careful with that. Why? America can say it. It's a bit weird when America do it, but it's different for you. I just want to make Germany great again. It's the emphasis you're putting on again, which is the issue. What period are you referring to in which Germany was great? It's not a specific period per se. It's just like a general saying. Okay, I'd say Germany's pretty great as it is now, you know, when it's kept within the confines of its own borders. Yeah, I mean, we could take a little bit of France. Right, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Making Germany great again. Alright, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link list really quick. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. So, Brian, happy freedom. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there is the link list where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. Love your guys' contributions. Keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we gotta have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the Hooligans. All right, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up. And we're raiding out over on Rumble. Zero. Oh, yeah. I got a fresh week. 10 Man the Gingers. Zero looks like a saxophone, not a trombone. Yeah, I agree. It's throwing me off the way that they made it. I don't know why it looks like that. Because you can't even blow into it. Like, this is where the mouthpiece is right here. How could you blow into that? You wouldn't be able to. I wonder if the image of this was like created by AI. And they were like, yeah, just print it. Just print it. I don't know why it looks like that. But it does what we expect it to. Guess absolutely. Yeah, hopefully Hair Juicer doesn't have to stay gone for very long. What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops joining us over here on Rumble. Bill Clay, did you see a video of a German man saying how bad America is? Crowder tore him apart this morning. No, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to look into it. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I will, Otters. He's fine. He's a good boy. He's ready for his fancy feast. That's why he looks the way he does. It's because we're 22 minutes past fancy feast time. And now he thinks I don't love him. Southern England, hopefully what? Cosmic Squirrel, he's old as dirt. Maybe he's got lip filler. It could be. I don't know. He's looking weird. He should go orange like President Trump. Otters, yeah, the fancy feast. He's ready. Kevin, you know how animals are scared of humans and run away? What if it's not humans that they are scared of, but something else on two legs like Bigfoot? It could be. I don't know. Klaus isn't scared of a whole lot. He's scared of the saxophone. He's not sure about that. He's not sure about that. Otherwise, he's pretty fearless. Yes. Got those eagle talons. Man doing the hot pepper challenge. I haven't had my dentures in and it's all over the internet now. Well, nobody has said anything about it, 10 Man. I haven't got one comment about it, so don't you worry. It's all good. Those hot pepper videos are funny. I got the one video where I ate the ghost pepper, and I can't remember what Hair Juicer. I think Hair Juicer ate a Reaper, and I can't remember if that was the day that Wad had some sort of peppers also or not. But that I haven't even put that video out. I was editing it and then never posted it, and I just realized it earlier today. For the text and a saxophone. It looks like a saxophone. It looks like a trumpet and a saxophone mixed together. It's supposed to be a trombone, though. It just makes me think of the Democrats every time I hear that. Anyways, it is that time once again, you hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, we did the thing. It is time to figure out who we're going to raid over on Rumble. Oh, we got a lot of people live right now. Rotella's live. I like to start the week raiding Rotella, and he's live right now. So let's do that. And he just started. He just started like 2 minutes ago. Perfect timing. It was meant to be. All right, hooligans. Am I on the right thing? This is where we're supposed to be. All right, hooligans, hit that like button as soon as you land, and let's get raiding.
To deliver for the working people he left behind. Over the 8 months of the primary, we told New Yorkers how we intended to address that very same affordability crisis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Mack with the raid. Let's go say hi to some hooligans. What's up, Mr. Mack? Jeff Mack with the raid. Come on in, hooligans. It's great to see you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Great to see you. Who do we got joining us tonight from the Jeff Mack raid? Let's take a look. We got Watchman Arise, Ballyho Watchman, welcome in. Love of Otters. For the love of otters? That's the screen name we went with. All right, I love otters too. Come on in, nice to see you. Stoner with a boner, Ballyho Stoner with a boner. Dutton, welcome in. Too old to care. We are the show. Says we are the show. Ballyho, we are the show.
Best is yet to come.
You're right, we are the show. The best is yet to come. Now that you hit that follow button, welcome in. Thank you so much. Brian Behooved. Welcome in, Brian Behooved. Jeff Mack right there, my friends. There he is. Kevin Clow, I think that's the name. What's up, the HBIC? Welcome in. Yeah, you know me. Watchman Arise with Tony. Tony's hanging out with us also. TJT1, welcome in. Hey, guys, check out Jeff Mack. Here he is. If you guys are a domer and you're not following Jeff Mack, always so kind with the raids. Mr. Mack usually goes on before the dome. Hang out with Mr. Mack and then hang out with Mr. Rotella. It's the best way to dome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much, my man. So everybody, you're going to hate Jeff Mack for giving you this raid because we're watching the Zorhan rally from the weekend. Don't yell at me, yell at Jeff Mack, okay? Don't yell at me, yell at Jeff Mack. We're waiting for everyone's favorite president, without exceptions, President Trump, to arrive in Japan. As soon as he arrives to meet the brand new prime minister, we are jumping over to watch that. All right, everybody? Thank you, Jeff Mack.
To come.
You're right, the HBC, the best is yet to come. Now that you hit that follow button, welcome in. All right, Jeff, I'll take the hooligans from here. Ballyho, everybody. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, sir. Ballyho. Go.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Rotella's awesome. Perfect timing. He had just started the live. All right, we're going to read through one last time really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'll try not to be so late tomorrow. I had a lot of stuff I had to do today, and then I let time get away from me. It was totally my fault. So either way, we'll be earlier tomorrow. We won't be so late, but I do appreciate all of you guys being here. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we're wrapping her up. Oh, that's badass, 10-man. Well, be safe out there. Thank you for being with us, Matt Rogers. Otters, he's frying Mamdani. Yeah. I hope that commie goes away. For the Texan, you need to get Pepper X next. I don't think we can get Pepper X. I don't think you're able to get them yet. They're just kind of like advertising them, but I'll look into it. I just can't eat the seeds in the placenta anymore. It's just not worth it. It doesn't seem to make it any different when you're eating it, but it definitely affects the outcome. Because I ate the Reaper, I ate a Ghost Pepper, and I ate the Trinidad Scorpion / Reaper chip, and all of that was fine. And then I ate a Reaper that still had the seeds and the placenta in it, and that took 3 days for me to get over that. Now, like I said, eating it doesn't really seem any hotter or any different, really. It just affects you afterwards, which is not recorded on camera. So it doesn't make sense to do that. So we are going to still do hot stuff. I just need to be more responsible in the future because it's not worth. I really thought I was going to go to the ER. I was so fucked up, and I don't like doctors. I don't go for anything, but it felt like my stomach was tearing itself in half. And so, yeah, I just got to be more responsible. But if we could get a Pepper X, I'd be willing to try it. I just got to cut the guts out. Thank you for being with us, Watchmen. Thank you, Rappy. You hooligans have a good night. Thank you, Plastic Quack. Man, I got to watch out for those Reaper seeds and placentas. I know, it's giving me nightmares. What's up, Brig? Happy Freedom. What's up, Richard? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Stern? Happy Freedom. Oh, well, thank you for being with us, Mary Todd. I hope today kicks ass for you. And thank you for sharing your birthday with us. What's up, Terry? Happy Freedom. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Tin Man. Thank you, Zero. All right, hooligans. I think we're good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you so much for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. I really appreciate all of you guys. Go out there, get some good food, enjoy the rest of your day, but please be safe. I'll try and do the same and make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. Would really appreciate it, or I really appreciate you guys. I don't know why I'm misspeaking so much. I can't remember what I was saying. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Keep being fantastic. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until tomorrow's live, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.